What up, world? Welcome back. Another episode of our podcast. You heard what I said. I'm JP. As always, I got my brothers with me, Dwight and Lateef. What up?
What up?
Salutations.
So, I just want to get right into it, man. You know, there's a platform that
Oh, we starting with that.
Out the gate,
Hide the kids.
Yeah, fair warning. There's a platform that is on these internets, if you will, that I don't know the numbers, but the only thing that I know this platform for is pretty much how can we say sexual content, if you will, called OnlyFans. And that's the only thing I've ever known them for. And a while ago they announced that they were going to discontinue with this sexual content, and I'm like, well, what else they gonna do? Like, that's the only thing I know. That, like, I don't know anybody like, come see my music video on OnlyFans. Like, nobody's saying that. what are you doing? So, but now, in the turn of events, what was it? OnlyFans supports inclusion. So now they're going to continue. They're going to continue with their sexual content. But why is that? Did they not know where most of their revenue comes from? Like, I'm confused. Like, why was this even a thing to begin with? What do y'all think? I'm just curious.
Well, it looks like it's all about money at the end of the day.
Exactly.
They're making a lot of money. However, they're about to go public. And, they had certain banks that didn't feel comfortable underwriting a company's, IPO with
based on the content.
Based on the content.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I can get that.
I think it was before the IPO too.
I'm sure it was rumors before the IPO, because they had started saying that they were going to kind of change the platform to be for creatives. You know what I mean?
When did they announce the IPO?
It didn't even come out yet. They announced they're about to.
No, I'm saying, when did they announce that?
Maybe a month or so ago.
Oh, so not
because they were talking about some of the banks canceled on them in like 2019.
Yeah.
When it started getting popping with or getting everybody started to know more about it for the sexual content.
But like I said, I do believe that at some point, because of the rise in awareness of sex trafficking and all that kind of stuff, I think that they thought that if they were taking money and those type of things, that they might have been supporting that. Maybe they figured, well, we can get that money from someplace else. It's like a place that doesn't legalize weed, even though they see in Colorado made this amount of money. They may say they can get it from someplace else.
Yeah, but from what I'm seeing, it's not OnlyFans. It's not them that made that decision. They made that decision. But somebody pressured them into that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they didn't just say,
they couldn't refuse.
They just get conscious. Was like, we don't want to do the sex stuff no more.
Oh, no. Definitely wasn't a moral. Definitely wasn't a moral decision on their part. That was something that the banks decided. The ones that shied away from them, it was like, it probably just wasn't worth it. Our shareholders going to be in our necks. You know what I mean? And they know the type of people that they rock with. So they probably said, you know what, it's not worth it. But I'm sure there's too much money out there.
Yes.
For every bank to be like, nah. You know what I mean? So somebody will come up and
hello.
Be like,
they found some new banks.
Yeah, easily.
Listen, easily.
And they paying out a lot of money every month. Like 300 million.
Every month?
It's over 300 people. 300 people get $1 million a month over there.
Wow. Not $1 million annually, but $1 million a month. That's crazy.
And think about what the people who are not making $1 million a month get. There's a bunch of cats over there probably making
exactly
25,
50,000 a month.
75,
50,000 a month can change your life.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
It said their revenue went up 553% since 2019.
Yeah.
Listen, what?
So it's too much of a valuable platform for all the banks to be like, oh well, we're gonna be scared about what mom and pa say in Kansas. You know what I'm saying about it. So we'll see what happens. I don't mess with IPOs. I've seen you know, I wait for it to weed out the suckers because everybody running in first. You know what I'm saying, and try to get it. And then next thing you know, it loses 40% if it ain't steady. And you're around there mad because you can't lick it off no more. So not gonna be me. I'll wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll get back to that IPO price.
I just think it's so funny to, like, when they first announced that they were going to, move away from their sexual content. I was like, well, what's the plan here? Like, what's the...
Yeah, because nobody else thinks anything else about OnlyFans.
Anything else? Nothing else.
Our lane doesn't.
No, right? They've been around since 2016.
It may be exactly. It may be a group of other artists that have been rocking with OnlyFans.
Somebody playing piano or something.
Yeah, since 2016. Okay. And they might be one of those 300 that we're talking about. We just don't know. We know, women and people that are into it like that, but it may be a whole nother world. We don't know if the 300 is amongst the chicks that we see that's on it. It may be somebody totally different that we ain't never heard of before.
What you're talking about?
You know what I mean? Huh?
What would you like?
All we see is a piano. Right. And the flower arrangers on there. That's all we paid attention to. Like who does tile well on OnlyFans? That's
right. Advice over there. You know
right. The tile work on the patio outside the pool.
Let me get
I think Meek was over there selling the couches or something. You know what I mean?
Let me give him five.
Wait, hold up. The Meek, yo. we saw the.
We definitely got to touch.
Wait, I didn't click on the link, but just seeing him sitting there and it said, search like Meek. What is it? Meek Homme.
I'm about to look at it right now.
Yeah,
like see him sitting Meek. There. Yeah, shop Meek.
Or straight up like that.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this look weird. Yo, Latif,
I respect it, but it looked crazy.
It looked crazy.
It's hilarious to me. I respect it, but it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Now I'm gonna buy an ottoman.
It's actually the name of it is Meek Mill Homme.
You could come up with a different name though.
Right.
Something by Meek Mill, like
right.
Like Jay's stuff is not called Jay-Z anything. Like it's
right.
But no, it's also called Modloft, MODLOFT.
Is that the company?
I think that's the main company.
That's the main company that he's doing this line with, right?
Modloft is the main company, right? And they giving him the licensing deal, I guess, to do the furniture.
Just call it something else, Meek.
Maybe he thought that it wouldn't sell if he.
But this is a different type. This is a different lane.
His lane isn't buying ottomans.
I know. I agree with y'all. I wouldn't have went with my name either if I was him. I don't want something totally different. You know what I mean?
Push
because I don't want them to call it the rapper's furniture. That's what
right. Like that's exactly what it is.
And we talked about this a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we don't buy stuff because it has a certain name to it.
True story.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
True story.
So
I mean, it's an unnecessary
I wish him success.
That people have to go through, but it's definitely a real deal. That's why when we did most of us, when we did our outside of TTC projects, we never put TTC in the name. Because we knew that, at least there was some people might not have hated you personally, but they didn't like, us as a crew or a certain one or two dudes in the crew. And the hate was real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, let's name something else. So you ain't even got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You just coming because you like what's in it. Or you coming before, you buying it because you like it or whatever like that.
Right.
Think about it. T-shirt companies, the store, everything we ever did before as a crew and outside it as different fractions. Very rarely did we have TTC in the name.
But then there's also an audience that looks at Meek like he is their Jay-Z. You know what I mean? To a degree. So him doing a move like this is a big deal. So they'll be like, oh, I got to get me some of that shit. I got to get me that Meek Mill Ottoman. That sounds like
him doing it.
That sounds like a good title for this episode.
Facts. Facts. The Meek Mill Ottoman.
Owned by Meek Mill.
Right. Home by me and had that picture right there. We already see this. We discussing post production stuff right now. right now. How is that? You know what I mean?
But
But you know what am I making sense? You understand what I'm saying?
Furniture. This is good furniture, right?
Right.
And he gets money off of it, right?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't we buy it?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no reason we shouldn't.
It's true.
Exactly. To not buy it, that's where the hate would come from. Because if it's good furniture, if it's nice, the only reason somebody wouldn't buy it is because it's Meek's.
Right. But it's a bunch of people that feel like I'll support your music, but anything else, it goes again back to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
People support his music all day, but he do title. People bitching about that.
Yeah, but Jay's in a different lane. We got to the point where we supported a lot of stuff that Jay was talking about just because he, got behind it. You know what I mean?
That's true too.
I heard a lot of people bitching about title.
No, I did. I did too. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think their rollout at first, because it seemed like they was just saying, "Yo, just make us more money." And at the end of the day, title. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't do a lot of listening to Apple Music and all that.
I think Tidal's a better platform.
Exactly. I thought it was the best platform out there. They had dope videos, the exclusive content and all that stuff. I was like, it's worth the 14, whatever I was getting them, you know what I'm saying, a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
But certain stuff, I think that I agree with you here, Chief. Depending on what it is, I can see people saying, look, I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying Meek Mill furniture. I'm not buying so-and-so cupcakes. No. They had that. Yeah. Although I think that's the exact opposite of how we should be thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
If he put it out, he get money
something else though. That's the thing.
So you feel like if an artist gets into another industry, like a collaboration project, like the Meek Mill thing, it should have a totally separate name than what he is known as in his main industry. That's what you're saying, right?
I think so. Knowing the hate that comes with that, and everybody,
that's why I was saying
that,
right? Okay,
you know what comes with that.
But do you think this? Do you think he's saying, "I'm gonna get more love than hate"? Because the people that hate it because it's me probably wasn't gonna buy the shit anyway.
I don't know.
I don't think that Marloff or Meek are looking at this like a crazy heavy money grab. I think he's looking at it as my fans might rock with it if I got some good shit.
Right.
And if I happen to catch some residual from that or some extra from that, then that's cool. But
what's the price points?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna look right now. Hold on. We got a queue.
Yeah. Now we talking about his fan base, right?
Yeah. Price that Ottoman. Price that Ottoman. We'll see what that's going for. That's a good 700.
Okay, it ain't IKEA furniture. That's for damn sure.
Of course not.
Okay,
I didn't expect that either.
So, like, that's right. So his fan base.
Oh no. Yeah, look, I'll tell you right up. He has nesting coffee tables. Look nice. $14.99. And Amsterdam outdoor bench, $6.99. An Amsterdam ping pong table, $44.99. I ain't neat. A Belmont bench, $39.99. Another set of nesting coffee tables. These are solid, $24.99. A centerpiece that goes on top of a table, $3.49.
Those are high.
The Charlton bench, which is probably the ottoman you guys the ottoman that we might have seen out there, is $11.99.
Which is
okay.
If it's quality, that's a good price. But
what are you saying? So his
his
audience, his fan base price.
I look at it like this. If you was in that lane, if you're not buying IKEA furniture and you out there, spending money on something, the stuff look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see anything on here that make me be like, yo, this is whack.
Mm-hmm.
He said the best seller is I pronounce it Chase, but it's pronounced another way, right?
Is it Chase?
Is it Chase? Okay, I thought it was Chase or some shit like that. But they said that's the best seller. That's the thing he's sitting on in the picture.
Oh, in the picture? Okay.
Yeah, $9.99. I mean, it's pricey, but it ain't no price. I mean, depending on what your level is.
Okay.
Modern style refresh with Meek Mill. See how Meek Mill style plays in a
See,
modular
it just
makeover. From the balcony to the bedroom.
it just throws me.
From the balcony to the bedroom, each space delivers modern style with an edge. Take the game room, an on-trend foosball table, basketball hoop, punching bag alongside black and white wall art, create an elevated vibe. As a spot to chill after shooting threes, leather chairs, leather sofas, chairs, and other modular furniture add a
Wait, what did he say?
Sophisticated
as a spot to chill after shooting threes?
Because it says it got I guess at his crib he got a basketball court and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the furniture, he got outdoor furniture and all that too. They get around.
Okay,
that sounds dope.
To be perfectly honest, Steve, if you saw it, the only thing you wouldn't like is the name.
Listening, the only thing I don't like is the name.
Yeah, right. I just put it on our regular thread. You can look at it real quick. But it ain't bad. You'll see. It look like some shit to be in your house. Not for nothing. I ain't buying no $1,500 coffee table, but
I mean, listen,
I don't knock the hustle at all. Yeah.
All I was saying, it looked kind of crazy to see him sitting like that in front of. But I respect it.
Not crazy. It just funny.
Yeah. It seemed. I don't know.
Especially for somebody who talk about the stuff he talk about. I have him all propped up like, hey, my name is Rami. I sell furniture.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Shout out to Meek though, man. That's
listen, I love to see it though.
Much success though.
Yeah, I wish him all the best.
And it's he could have did some other stuff like got a liquor brand or tried to open a restaurant or something like that. So being whoever introduced him to that. Look, Nas has made $200 million over the last few years. Getting the stuff that rappers didn't traditionally get into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for
all we know, Meek might net, a couple bags from this. So good luck to the brother.
No,
and congratulations on that deal. Yeah,
this media cabinet not bad, man.
Yeah, something, son. Stuff ain't bad on here, yo.
Fuck with Meek.
Okay.
I told you. That's the type of shit you would buy. Maybe not the crib you got now, but when you and Ruth move to the city, I can see that definitely being your living room with your white glass floor and all that other shit.
I want to hear dreams and nightmares in the showroom though.
How we getting on this, by the way?
I don't know.
I
think John mentioned Meek and the furniture and took us.
No, yeah, we was talking about OnlyFans, and then I don't know how we took a turn to that, but I had to.
One thing I see though about getting back to the OnlyFans.
What?
I'm glad that they brought it back because, I don't look. If you want to tape yourself fucking your boyfriend, or
showing your toes.
Grinding on the dildo, showing your ankles and shit. Whatever you're showing your ass, whatever you want to do, and somebody out there is willing to pay for it, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
I don't got as long. Look, it don't. What you eat don't make me shit. I don't care if you can do that. Fine.
Right.
I know a bunch of girls making money on OnlyFans, and a lot of them aren't showing nothing but like their hair, or just their titties when they got clothes on, or their feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made $7,000 last month for now, that ain't one of the 300 making a mill.
Right.
But there ain't nobody we know that wouldn't mind an extra $7,000 a month
from showing some toes.
Yeah.
For doing a lot of shit.
Right.
But definitely if all you had to do was show your toes. Man, listen. Go on, get that money, baby.
Nah, that's real.
Who am I to stop your dream? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm glad it's like this. It's not gonna. What I do think that what's gonna happen is the underwriters are going to make OnlyFans take a nice chunk of that money, more than what they usually get right now.
Right.
So that's going to knock a couple people off because they're not going to be able to sustain, keeping that up. And the few that are really, really getting it may not have to be able to fly private anymore. Might just have to go back to first class, but they still going to get it.
Right.
You think they're going to keep what they're doing, but limit the content? Like tame it down a little?
I think they might do tiers as far as the membership. So say if you just want to put pictures up there, you may only have to kick $20 to OnlyFans. If you want to show yourself up there having sex, you may have to kick $100 to OnlyFans a month, or whatever they say.
Right. I do think it's wild that you're paying a monthly membership for
right
to watch that shit though.
Right. And how often?
But that's why we don't.
How often is the content?
Like I don't know. How? Well, you ask me questions I don't know about, JP.
I'm just saying.
Okay, from what I've heard,
right. Like Netflix, Netflix, you got a variety. You pay like $7.99 a month, or how much it is now, $10.99. I don't know, whatever.
Sometimes the chick could be up there having sex. Sometimes she'll be up there showing pictures. Maybe they'll be nude. Sometimes she'll be up there talking about. It's the same thing that they do on IG. So a lot of those chicks that was selling it on IG, now that's moving to OnlyFans because now that's the way you can monetize what you was already doing. So I don't. If you got some dude or some woman that wants to pay for you to show pictures of your asshole, hey man, go right ahead. Charge a premium for it too.
Right.
But I don't know anybody that's paying for it personally. I don't. I know some people who provide content for it, but I don't know anybody who actually, or at least has admitted.
We still in edit?
No. What are you talking about? I was
gonna ask the wider question. I mean, that's going.
No, go ahead. I don't have nothing to hide, bro. You want details? Oh, okay. Oh, just for research purposes. I got you. Yo, I ain't gonna front. One of my homegirls is Puerto Rican shit. I want to give her little $14 a month so I can see her motherfucking in action. But I can't. There's something about that. That's why I'm not a big strip club dude. Right. That's why I don't appreciate it because I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you just not.
But I just don't.
Frequent it at all.
But when I do, I have a good time. And I think that's because I don't go a lot. Like I couldn't be a strip club nigga that's in there like every week or something like that. That's couldn't be me.
I think it depends on where you live too.
And what type of income I have. Because if I had a disposable 10, I might be talking a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Not because a lot of times like hanging out and stuff. Like I'm with the Wiz or something, like it's like clubs and stuff. You can get that there. You get the good music, you get the vibe, you're chilling, and sometimes it just happens to be some girls walking around naked. You know what I mean? Just
see, the key is, well, at least to me, my girl, she like that strippers. She likes strippers too. She likes strip clubs. So although I don't really frequent them like that, I know if we do go in there, I'm gonna have a good time and so shit. And it's kind of a different vibe than going to a club. You know what I'm saying? You definitely get in the seat. You definitely get in the seat.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't have to pay $1,200 for it. You might end up paying $1,200 for it, but it's a whole other thing. The music is kind of cool, and it's like, and not for nothing, the food be bad. I'm telling you, they got chefs in some of these spots, right? So it's like, yo, nigga, I didn't even know you could fry a lobster tail until I went to a strip club. And I thought it was gonna be dry. I'm like, yo, y'all frying lobster? Y'all bugging out. Hey, that shit had the juice running down here. I'm like, oh, this shit is fire. So one time, me, Tone, and Rob went to a strip club in Houston, nigga. We had a feast, like it was a family reunion. Strippers sitting around us and all that. We had shrimp over here, we had chicken wings over here, some fries, a little salad, corn on the cob, and all this other shit. Shit was like a barbecue in the middle of the strip club, 2:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Those were the days.
Sounds like a good time.
Right.
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all right? Okay.
Yeah. Getting back to the important stuff.
Right.
Shit, where was we at? TIPC.
Yeah, exactly. How do we get to strip clubs? How do we get here? We were talking
about the docket.
We were talking about OnlyFans.
I'm sure it has something to do with the OnlyFans, right?
Yes, that's a close connection.
Oh, yeah. I was like, we were talking about we don't know anybody that has a subscription. And I was like, that's why I'm not really a strip club dude.
Right.
You can't reconcile paying that. And like I said, I don't begrudge them. I hope they make millions of dollars doing whatever they do. And I really think that it should be fair to do whatever you do with your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
absolutely.
that the government can't regulate it and tax it, so that's why they say it's illegal.
Of
Other than
course.
that, I think it would be 1,000% legal if they get taxed working. Prostitution.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they legalized weed finally. Because like, all right, well, we finally start taxing now and getting this real money from it.
Right.
But I hope that they keep it open. I hope they don't make it too hard for them to do it. I do think they're going to have tiered subscriptions though. And I think that if you want to see the full nudity and the raunchiness, I think you're going to have to pay a lot more than the little bit of money. Because I know girls that's got subscriptions for $5. You know what I'm saying? Or even running special for $5. When OnlyFans saying, yo, we taking 60% of that money, then you're not going to be able to survive, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Right.
And that's the only thing that's going to be able to weed out some of that. Now, some of the people who are getting money off the whole raunchiness, you're like, how you can get that? I get 4 accounts up here and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Or get one on, your man Tiger is supposed to come out with a
OnlyFans type of platform?
Yeah, a competition to OnlyFans. And Tifu said Wendy Williams is back and somebody, a woman.
I saw that some other girl was doing something and she's back on it. Yeah.
That's always going to happen. There's going to be a platform because.
As soon as they heard what they did was they heard OnlyFans was stopping.
Right.
They didn't wait.
Right.
To let it play out.
Right.
Announce their thing and
I still think they'll be able to get someone there because they probably could change the OnlyFans is going to be taking a lot of their money. Like say OnlyFans say just for argument's sake, yo, we taking 50%. Right. Tiger and Shorty's joint may say, okay, we taking 25. Now some people may go to OnlyFans more because maybe their platform might be more stable and
established.
More established and they got more marketing money and things like that. But the people that can't afford that extra 25% will run to a competitor.
That's kind of what Isaac Hayes III is doing. He got this platform called Fanbase, which is like TikTok. Because there's been a lot of complaints with the creators of TikTok, especially creators of color, Black people, all that, and not getting the credit that they deserve for some of the content that goes viral. But once a white person does it, it goes viral, and then it's like, so Isaac Hayes III created this app called Fanbase, and I think I don't know everything about it, but it's like the competitor to TikTok, where they give their creators more of a stake in the company. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's seen to be for more people of color, and it gives you more for your your creative control and things like that. So I mean,
I think we should support things like that.
Yeah, we should, because it starts so small. People only want to latch on when it's big. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. So when it starts from the infancy stage like it is now, it's like you don't even have that many followers on Instagram, like maybe 50,000 on that app. On that app IG page, but it's legit. Like I started to watch some of the videos he had on there and what it's about. I'm like, okay, this is listen, it's great to see it. I love to see.
If he got 50,000 subscribers, and say he charging $10 a month, that's a nice.
Now I'm just talking about on the IG page. I don't know about.
Okay, not page.
I was talking as an IG page. Yeah, I don't know about the. I mean, who knows what what the subscribers.
But he's probably monetizing his IG page with that amount of followers.
Yeah, he might be.
Once you hit that 10 grand threshold, you can usually start getting some money from that.
Yeah.
Although I know my homegirl that lives in Florida, she get a check from Fashion Nova.
Okay.
And she got like 6,000 followers. It's just the way she set up her page and all that shit. She drive, a lot of people there, so they liked it, and she get a check and clothes.
Nice.
That's nice. Yeah, a lot of that
with that many followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what it was? Her real game is crazy. And the reels for some reason spread a little bit more than just.
You know why? Because I prefer to repost those, because when you repost those in your story, they play already. Like instead of like a video you post on your page, if you post it on your story, it just shows the still and you got to click on it to watch it. But the reel automatically plays in your story. So I think that's another reason why it spreads faster.
Does it play when you post it on your regular page too, like on the feed, or just when on the story? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because it plays like
it plays like a regular video on your, on the regular feed, and then when you post in the story, it plays then too for the 15 seconds, and then it.
Just watch more. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's dope though. That's definitely dope.
Just one thing that it was already moving towards this over the last few years, but the pandemic made a lot of people rethink how they get their money out here. You know what I'm saying?
Very true. Very true.
And in a good way. You know what I mean? Because it brought the creative out of people that didn't know. And even if you don't agree with the people, fucking on camera for money, it ain't none of your business. You know what I'm saying?
Don't watch it.
Ain't none of your business. Don't watch.
Right. You're not the target audience.
Yep, you could block it. It ain't exactly. It's
right. It ain't for you.
Niche audience.
Actually, it's something that you got paid for, so you shouldn't be concerned.
Exactly. It ain't coming on your television, just like on ABC.
And that's the thing. There are certain people out there of all hues that just can't stop from minding other people's business.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times these people be the same ones who be in the closet watching the shit when ain't nobody looking. But they feel ashamed to let other people know that they got that type of, freakiness running through them.
Right.
I was trying to figure out a way to say it.
Freakiness is fine. That's accurate.
I'm serious. Some people got certain fetishes, and some people like certain shit when it comes to sex, and they either embarrassed to talk about it because maybe they crazy religious, or maybe their partner is real straight-laced and wouldn't think about doing something like that. So in the confines of their own little phone or whatever, they watch that shit. But out in public or out loud, they got a rail against it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you ever see a lot of these racist dudes that spend money on black hookers and be head over heels in love with these chicks. Be paying for their apartments, be getting used and all that. But out in public, they'll call them niggas and all that stuff. People I'm telling you, fetishes is crazy. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you into it, you do a Google search in 5 minutes, you'll find somebody else that's into it too. You'll not only find somebody else, you'll find a whole group. They'll have a website,
whole club,
and all that shit.
Yeah.
For anything.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I saw some other shit the other day where there was a group of people on Facebook that enjoyed the smell of gasoline.
Okay.
2,500 people.
And I'm sure it's more than that.
There's somebody right now tormented because they don't know that goddamn group exists. And their whole life would change if they found out, like, it's other people like me. I'm not crazy.
That's true. That is true.
So what's up, man?
Listen, we got to realize there are different people. We're all not the same. Like, ain't nobody no clone. You marry your soulmate is still not a clone. That's an individual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel y'all connected, y'all still individuals. Everybody has their own thing.
Heard a definition for soulmate one time. And the shit was so fucking fire. It was some shit like,
you gonna fuck it up.
I know I'm gonna fuck it up. I already know that. But it was like you see love manifested in that person. Like you see the personification of love in that other person. You know what I'm saying? Or what you feel love is. Some shit like that. I probably got it shit totally wrong. But it was some type of sentiment like that. And I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? What it is. Because before you find your quote unquote soulmate, you really don't know what that shit is. You know what I mean? You never felt it before. Even if you've been in love with somebody else. That other connection, I feel, is some otherworldly shit other than just the in love shit. I think the soulmate shit is a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yo, our first half an hour have been wild. We've been talking about all types of things.
We went from OnlyFans to Meek Mills to talk about love connections. Like, what?
Yeah. It's like when you turn the hose on and that should be outside, just popping around until you grab it. Like, hold up. calm down.
I mean, listen, that's the best kind.
Yeah,
regular
true that.
conversations,
True that.
for real.
But wrap up OnlyFans. I guess we can go to the next.
We can put a bow on that.
Shout out to the sex workers, man. I hope everything works out for y'all, man. Y'all keep the world going. Y'all almost like weed men. Almost as good as the weed guy. Almost. Almost.
A lot of times they go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know anybody mad at, well, you know people mad at strippers. But very rarely do you anybody know mad at the weed man. The weed man if you somewhere at the park and they about to jump the weed man on some stupid shit, you're like, nah, son. Y'all not, ain't nobody, nah, son. You're like, go
I had that
way,
Reggie, man.
Like, Craig don't bother nobody. Craig just be out in the park doing his little thing. Leave Craig alone,
might be your
man.
boy, White. Might be your boy, man. Might have that Reggie, man.
Nah, if you at the Reggie, then that's, you taking your safety in your hands. But even the guy that sell the Reggie still will have custies because not everybody can afford $40 eight. Some people like, yo, I need that dub. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the dub might be trash. But see, I'm glad I don't deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying? My street dude is fire. I've been to enough dispensaries where I know what to do. If I have to kick a little extra money to make sure I'm satisfied, I'm doing that.
Right.
When I first went out here, my homegirl Tall Kim calls, she said they called whack weed stress. Right?
Nice.
And when you think about it, it makes total sense. It's like,
yeah, it does. It does.
It
does.
You already know you're not getting high, but you're just like, you know what? I just
gotta finish it. I paid for it.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't ever want to get into that. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Another tangent.
Right.
What's next?
The vaccine.
Gotta put like ominous music every time we say the word vaccine and shit.
The vaccination process.
Uproar. Yeah. The polarizing subject that it is.
Oh man, it is a polarizing subject. It is so crazy when I think about, like, it feels like I'm living in a movie. This feels like a movie.
We are living in a movie.
Like I've seen this movie. Like I feel like I've seen this movie where I'm walking around and some people are wearing masks, some people are not, you know, and now to the point where we knew it was coming. There's people are mandatory. You have to have the vaccination, for certain companies or whatever.
Yes,
it's happening, and next there's discussions about what the passport, the vaccination, that's like this is a movie. This is a movie. It's the future.
Companies are not.
They're not playing.
They lost too much money.
Again.
Too much.
They're not messing up their money again. And while I may not agree 100% with some of those rules, I 1,000% understand them as a grown adult.
Right.
I understand exactly why they're saying, look, you're not coming in here coughing on niggas and messing up my shit for the next 18 months. I don't care how mad you are.
Right.
I don't care about your religious exemption. I don't care about your kooky ass ideas. I don't care about your very real, valid fears, which a lot of people have. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You're not messing up this money.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And like I said, while I don't agree with all of the stuff that's going on, I 1,000% understand why they on it like that.
No, I get it too. I get it. And I knew it would come to this.
Of course.
Like we all saw this. I feel like we all saw this. Like at some point, somebody's gonna start making it mandatory. And then it's gonna, and it's gonna go further. It's gonna
be mandatory to do a lot of things.
Exactly.
All they were waiting was for that FDA regulation.
Mm-hmm.
People kept on talking about they're not taking the vaccine because of FDA regulation. I'm saying to myself, yeah.
Y'all don't think that's coming?
You know it's coming, right?
I knew it was coming.
Right.
I don't think that they wanted that because you might lose your job. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you wish for.
Now I can fire you.
You can, they can fire you now. They can say that it's a requirement for you to take it now.
Right.
And you can't look. The only reason my law firm says all the time whenever we get emails about vaccination, as of right now, vaccination is not a requirement for your employment.
As of right now.
As of right now.
Mm-hmm.
The as of right now shit probably gonna be cut off the next one.
That's gonna be replaced by a date to get back by.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Now they already staggered our days to go back. You only gotta go 2 days a week and all that stuff, and 1 day is gonna be for cleaning and like. So I ain't bugging over it, but I know that it's gonna be a lot of. I hear a lot of people talking. You can't go to work. You're not gonna be able to travel nowhere. You're not gonna be able to move You think you're gonna be able to move someplace else unvaccinated? That's the squeeze on that's gonna start too. Because if you come here and get 50 people sick, you might get murdered someplace else. They might take you in some woods somewhere and beat you senseless and put you underneath the ground. And next time you find out, it was some white man come buy that land and do some development on 10 years later, and you ain't nothing but bones.
Wow.
I hate to be dramatic, but I can see that they not messing up money.
No, not at all.
Again.
Not again.
Not again.
Lost too much.
Again.
Nope.
You see, New York is like, nah. To eat, you got to be vaxxed. All the restaurants that shut down went out of business.
Oh, word? That's how it is now?
Yeah.
Son, we was just talking like all the places that people traveling to. Jamaica, you can't get in and out for the next 7 days. I mean, like probably like 2 days into that. Nobody in, nobody out because of the numbers. Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos, all them shits shut down. And
Bahamas just went on that list too.
Huh?
I just made that out of there.
Yeah. Mexico is still wide open. But a few other places, Europe, I'm sure, because they're the ones getting the spikes.
Right.
So, excuse me.
Yeah, it's
yeah. I understand both sides of the argument, man. Like I said,
me too. I do.
I don't, because that's why I don't ever post nothing about it or talk about it out in public. It's like, dog, that's your own decision. B. You want to take it, take it. You don't want to take it. And you have your own reasons on why you want to do that. And it ain't nobody's business on why you decided you wanted to or not.
But just don't beef with the business owner about
exactly
their reasons for making you
right.
Yeah. Consequences
not serving.
Right. You know what it is. You know what it is. Whether you agree with it or not, you know what it is.
You can't say it no better than that. You know what it is.
No matter your feelings, you know how this world works.
And the thing about it is, you know what it is been like that before COVID. It was always, we have the right to be selective. We don't have to serve you. We don't have to do none of that stuff if we don't want to. This is my spot.
No shirts, no shoes, no bags.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That's it.
We had to take our shoes off and have some stranger look in our mouth to see if we had razors in it to get into the tunnel.
Right. And
nobody
we did it.
Shouldn't have been there.
Yo, why y'all doing this? We knew exactly why y'all were doing that, first of all.
Right.
And if you wanted to get in there, we've seen a few people walk in without it. You know what I'm saying? They just killers. They didn't want that smoke. But it's like, 90% of people who went in the tunnel had to do it exactly that. I don't care how long it took you to get dressed.
Yeah.
Take your goddamn shoes off.
Right.
And open your mouth. And I'm gonna check all in your privates, in your belt loop, all that stuff. I'm gonna sexually assault you for the next 15 seconds so you can come into this club.
You're gonna pay me to do it.
Right. You're gonna pay me to do it.
Right.
Thank God them days was over. Once we stopped paying, it was like, thank God. Thank God. I know I call some of y'all condescending and shit at times, but I'm an extreme snob when it comes to the payoff. Like, it depends on what it is. Let me say that. And some shit is work, some shit I'm like, dog, you honestly think I'm paying you $30 in here? You actually, you're a rabid ass mind. Okay? You ain't got nothing higher than a 7 in there, bro. I'm not paying you to get in there.
Opposite.
When I first moved out here, there's this club in Hollywood called Guys and Dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was up the street from the Beverly Center. You know how they tell you stories about Studio 54? Like the promoters used to go outside and Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
you good, man. You know we're not doing that today. I've seen that shit. That's the first time I've ever seen that in person. Like, everybody been to a club where they tell people, "Yo, come in," like, but never would they actually. I never actually witnessed people getting judged, whether you can come in or not, just by how you dressed, not the dress code, just they didn't think it was fly enough.
Dress, how you look,
Yeah,
what you got
on. You know,
come in with no whack ass shoes on, shorty.
Your chick that you with, you know what I'm saying, your homegirl, like 2 of your homegirls is good. The other 2 though,
and you know which 2.
Yeah, and you know which 2, you know.
Yo, how crazy is that?
Though? Now it's crazy and
the concept. Yeah. Now, like they were curating their club.
And let me tell you this.
They were curating it.
And let me tell you this. They did an excellent job of it. Because that shit was heaven. When you walk through them doors. Okay? So it wasn't it wasn't nothing less than a 9 in there, son. And I'm talking about it's 700 people in the club. It's probably 450 women, because they made sure that ratio stayed the way it's supposed to as well. Right? It's money in there, so everybody's spending money. It's just a good time. You know what I mean? For the people who have been in the life. You know what I'm talking about when I'm saying this.
Been in the life.
I got these damn goggles on, but I'm looking directly to the camera. For the people who was in the life, you know what I'm talking about. It was a great time had by all. Great time had by all. Guys and dolls. The guys that are the promoters there, I salute you. Okay? I know that was fucked up what y'all was doing. It was. Okay? But I wasn't mature enough to understand how bad that was. So but for what you was trying to do at the time,
man, whatever.
It was their spot.
It's like your house, I mean.
Let me tell you.
Don't come to my house and no uninvited guests, man.
Let me tell you how the shit ended. Wow. Okay. It was always some shit because it was gangsters in there, right? So it was always some little stuff happening, but not enough where to shut it down.
Right.
Some dude in a Bentley coupe gets into something with somebody else, shoots at him from the Bentley, ends up killing the valet dude out there. Hard-working dude, he out there working. I think that might have been his 3rd job or something. They said, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up killing the dude. Sped off. They never found out who was. Right. First thing I said to myself, the dude who did that was a heroin. So heroin. Niggas who sell cocaine don't really murder like that. They do, but they don't. The ones who sell crack do. Right? Yeah. Heroin is a nasty business, son. Everything involved in that shit is nasty. Now, the dudes get crazy money off of course. But son, that shit is a horrible, horrible business with horrible, horrible people. What I said about the weed man is the exact opposite about the heroin deal. Nobody likes that nigga. Nobody likes that nigga. That nigga turn people into zombies. You know what I'm saying? There's some mad people out here in LA do coke. Mad people do coke. And I was shocked, you know what I'm saying, about how many people do it on the recreational level.
Mm-hmm.
But the coke dealer out here, never a bad guy or a bad girl. They usually cool as a motherfucker. The heroin dealer carries his gun on him all the time because he knows today might be the day somebody pop my head off my shoulders. They turn people into zombies. They destroy lives. They do all that shit. That's why they discourage. They get a bunch of money. But I remember I used to tell shorties that we knew back when we were in school, like, look, the weed man, cool. The dude that sell cocaine, a little more dangerous, but depending if you can handle that, then that's cool too. Stay away from the dude that's selling heroin. It's gonna be a hard time for you. And I mean that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. In every place I've been, so I've lived in New York, I lived in New Jersey, I lived in Ohio. I did a little year in Florida, then I had in California. And y'all know my life. I've always been around where it go down at, right? It's been true every place I've been. The heroin dealers are the worst dudes in that particular lane. Stay the fuck away from them niggas. They are not good guys because they see what they do to people. You see that people shooting that shit and anything and sniffing it like that, what it do to people. And because of the money they making, they keep on doing it. And you got to have that kind of feeling if you're a drug dealer anyway.
It's not the same thing with crack, though?
No, it's the same thing. That's why I
right. He said, yeah, he did earlier.
I said crack dealers are just as bad as heroin.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The dudes that sell the powder and the dudes that sell the weed, they usually the most popular guys in the party. When you see the heroin dealers come in, everybody get worried because he might be coming in with violence. Because he got to keep violence around him. Because he turning niggas into zombies.
Crazy.
Another tangent.
It's a whole another conversation.
I didn't know.
We start talking about the crack dealers and the crack dealers that we love, and
from the vaccine. Some people might say it is connected.
Right, of course.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where else to go from here. Like, I feel like we might need to end it there. Like, I don't want to end it on heroin.
No. I'm sure. Yeah. I mean,
that's your ass. You always going on tangents. That's your fault. You always do that shit. You do that shit.
I do.
Yeah, we ain't said nothing about heroin.
Yeah.
I got a crazy mind, son. One of these days,
I think we all know that, son. We all are aware of that.
Yeah, one of these days when I decide to like sit down and really do it, I wanna write a memoir. Oh, my cousin Brian always been telling me that I need to do that because he's like, yo, you live like so many different lives, you know what I'm saying? They got so many stories and shit. He's like, you should do that shit. And I always, AZ had that song in the beginning and he said, yo, or was that Nas who said, yo, I think Nas asked AZ, if somebody wrote a story about your life, would anybody read it? And I was like, I definitely think motherfuckers will read a story about my life. You know what I mean? What was that? I got enough stories for 200 pages, I know for a fact.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mad colleges, mad different parts of the thing, early dad, late dad. I got a lot of shit I got going on.
I always said we could do like a Netflix series.
Yeah. Like how Wu-Tang did the one on Hulu, we could definitely do one like that about us.
Yeah. Oh, we could definitely.
Think about it, son. You got 32 niggas to pull from. That's a lot. And think about just the shit you know.
All 32 ain't gonna be in it.
No,
but just the shit I was about to say. Just the shit you know. This is shit you know about the guys that you know well, the brothers that you know well. You've been around the most. That's enough a movie for
Oh no,
absolutely. 3 of them. You can get a 3-hour feature out of it.
Listen, I always said our story could be a definite period piece from the 90s. It could be it can definitely be that piece. Like it could be crazy. An actual theatrical thing.
I always say, like, when I see the guys that we was outside with, nowadays, and I see them with their kids, and it's always lovely to see that. Yeah. It's always lovely to see that, they still around.
Yeah.
They, came through whatever they came through, you know what I'm saying? And if they happen to like skate away and not, get touched by, the axe back then, that's even better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The axe meaning death, the axe meaning jail, or or you becoming a crackhead or something yourself. You know what I'm saying? Most of the guys we know that we was outside with came through it okay. You know what I'm saying? None of them are snitches and none of that other crazy shit. Nobody got into nothing. We lost a few of us, during that time, but at the end of the day, I think it's good. Like I said, I see him on IG and we still talk every now and then. Just like even the people we've been to school with, the stuff that we seen, the stuff that we went into when we were outside and going to different places and doing the stuff that we doing, and some of the close calls that we had and all that stuff you see that other people have. And being able to, like me and BZ was just talking about going to Mexico next year. And I was like, son, I ain't been back since the Falmouth.
That's a movie in its own.
Right. Yeah.
Ain't been back since the Falmouth.
Yeah.
And I actually vowed that I wasn't going back. And then I realized, son, that shit was in 1998.
Yep.
It's 2021. That shit may look cold. That shit may look
happened on that trip.
When we get out there.
A lot happened on that trip. A lot happened.
Like
a lot.
Yeah.
We could actually do that as a comedy to like ease
the pain.
Because there was a lot of comedy on that
even
trip.
Our little thing with the law enforcement out there had wild, funny moments to it when you're thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah.
I told a taxi driver follow the cops. like it's in the movies.
Yeah, true. Yeah, follow them. I've never seen that in real life. Never seen somebody jump in the cab and be like, "Yo, follow the cops," and that actually happened.
Crazy. We got stories, y'all. We got crazy stories for real.
Little ass Mexicans.
So that's why the memoirs got to happen.
Yeah,
the memoir got to happen because there's stories like that. And have we actually ever told that story? I don't know if we told it to other people. Did we tell it on here? One of these days we got to have
we never told
storytelling time on here.
That's a whole ep.
Yeah, that's a whole ep right there.
That's like a Lucy.
Yeah, we have to do that as a Lucy. That whole
we got to do that.
That whole time.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we got pictures from that time to document it, but not the
newspaper. Dope.
I had it. I don't know what happened to the newspaper. I had it too. I don't know what happened.
That could be something there are different players in that story from all different angles. There's me. Trust me when I tell you, I know I got a big mouth and all that shit. I didn't start that. I don't know if I ever told y'all that. I was just sitting there innocently. I swear, Michelle will tell y'all. I didn't say nothing to that nigga. That nigga came over here pointing an AK-47 at me and told me to get on the floor. I was like, no.
I know you didn't because I was in front of you.
You was there with me. Okay, it's me, you, and Michelle.
I was in front. I wasn't with Michelle. I was in front of the railing.
I was by the railing.
I wanted with Michelle.
Hey, we about to tell a story. We can't even tell a story.
Okay, we can't tell a story.
We can't do that right now. We can't do that right now. That's another episode, but we'll end on that. Just know there'll be an episode coming of our time in 1998.
When they try to, we're gonna name that shit the
assassination attempt.
Remember Ghost said that on the skit for Only Built for Cuban Links when he got shot. He like, niggas tried to assassinate me, man. Ever since then, I've been using assassinate to describe what happened to us in Mexico. The assassination attempt. They tried to assassinate us.
Yeah, I mean, we could laugh about it now, but at the time it wasn't funny. But
I remember coming back and telling people, yo, y'all can't joke about it. Anybody joke about it getting punched in their mouth. I don't want to hear nothing.
Anyway, y'all, we're going to end on that note. Just know that episode is coming. We're going to tell y'all our 1998 Mexico story. Anyway, until next time, we outside. Yes, we definitely want y'all to continue to like, share, subscribe, because y'all are our village. So until next time, y'all, peace.
Peace.